Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to open this American Industries podcast series in which we aim to explore manufacturing in Mexico and its talent behind. And for that purpose, today we have our special guest, which is our regional director in Guadalajara, Marian Garibay. Marian, thank you for being with us this
Hi,
afternoon.
thank you for having me today.
Please. I would like to start by asking you about your beginnings and experience in this industry. Can you tell us how did you first get involved uh, in helping international companies establish operations in Mexico?
Yeah, well, it was 13 years ago that I started working with American Industries as an operations manager. So I was in charge on the day to day basis on supporting the manufacturing operations that we have here in Guadalajara. So it has been quite a time,
Yeah.
very interesting and I'm very happy to having all this time with our clients and the team.
Great. And do you remember the first company that you helped to set up here in Guadalajara, Jalisco?
Yes, of course, it was Daido Metal Mexico, a Japanese company dedicated to manufacture bushings and bearings for the automotive industry. And it was quite a challenge, but a great opportunity to learn for me, especially, and to be able to support them in the construction of their own manufacturing plant. We helped them as American Industries, even from the beginning when they were looking at land to buy. We helped them to get the power rights they require to construct a high tension line, the water well, hiring the first employees, all the way so we can have a 500 employee manufacturing plant here in Guadalajara.
Wow, great. Well, and what surprised you the most when working with an international company for the first time?
I think it was the cultural differences. Here in Mexico, it's very common that you can find Catholic people. I mean, pretty much 90% of the population is Catholic, and I find a difference with our clients from other countries. So suddenly, the employees want to bless the factory, for example, and they find themselves surprised, saying,
Yeah,
"Okay, why or
because of the
what
different
about?"
religions and
It
culture,
was
right?
different
Yeah,
culture. So helping them during this process is amazing.
yeah.
You help them to understand the people, and you help them to uh, polish these differences
Yeah.
between the cultures. But at the end, they find that we, the Mexicans, are very productive people, very hardworking people. So they have found during all these years, many of our clients tell me that they have found one of the most productive facilities that they have is the ones that they have here in Mexico.
Of course. And well, of course, if you're talking about differences between Japan and Mexico, must be huge, right? But okay, and regarding results, have you seen what kind of results have you seen in the companies that you have support regarding jobs? Are we talking about production expansion with the services that American Industries offers today?
Well, I quite remember a plant. It is called Performance Design. It's an American company dedicated to make parachutes and canopies for the sports industry and also for military industry. And they have quite a challenge because they needed to transfer the operation they used to have in Honduras, transferring into Mexico in a short time so they can bring the machines without stopping producing the parachutes. So I remember really, really well. It was a December 31 when we initially imported their machineries, the especially sewing machines, cutting machines, and all kind of equipment that they brought from Honduras. And then by February 7, we made the first export of parachutes. So it was less than a month and a half.
Month and a half, right?
Yeah, so we helped them to achieve this time period when we need to export their first products to the U.S.
Great time, right?
It was amazing. It was
Wow, yeah.
amazing. The people was amazing.
Yeah.
We helped them to find the right people for their manufacturing plant. And it was great when you see this, finally, this product that says made in Mexico and is exported is an amazing feeling.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah, you are quite happy to see that.
Satisfied, right?
Satisfied
Yeah.
to see that, yes.
Let's move on the challenges. I'm sure that given the cultural differences you have had to face, there have been some along the way. Tell us about a particularly challenging case that you have had faced with an international company. Could you mention one challenge the shelter model has helped you solve?
Yes, I remember that we support a Chinese company named Zhongli. They are dedicated to build the 5G antennas for cellular communication. So their client used to have the operation here in Guadalajara already with a contract manufacturer, with an electronic contract manufacturer. So due to the regulations of the United States, they should stop the production of these antennas in this American company that was the contract manufacturer. Okay. So they were required to transfer the operation to a different company within days. And they find out that with the shelter program, we can do that pretty much immediately. Wow. So at the end, we help them to receive their materials that they have already in Mexico consigned to a contract manufacturer. They were transferred to our shelter, to our IMEX program, and then we were able to start immediately. Of course, we have some issues, for example, with the power. We didn't have enough power to run the facility immediately because the power company takes some time to make the contract and start providing the energy they require. So we help them, and I remember that we start working with generators that support the manufacturing pretty much 24/7. So it was quite challenging.
Wow.
But it was amazing because we could catch the manufacturing operation from the other company to our company within days and start working in weeks. Yeah. So it was great. We helped them to hire all the people that they need in the operation line, but also in the administrative side. And we help these Chinese people to come here and to have all the support that they need from their headquarters here in Guadalajara. So it was great. It was quite a challenge. We start getting this company since the moment they were looking for the manufacturing plant. So we helped them to go through the lease agreement and to all the hiring all the commodities, the power, the water, all the services. It was amazing. And especially the Chinese are very used to have their projects run in no time. So it was a challenge to
big challenge.
Yes, to get everything that they needed in the time that they needed.
Okay.
Yes, wow. It was
quite challenging,
really,
definitely.
Yes.
Well, and I'm sure that you must have examples related to industrial real estate as well. Can you mention, or do you remember one?
Yes, of course. I remember this other company. It is called Durable Superior Casters. It is an American company that produces casters for chairs and wheelchairs and other applications. And I remember that they start their journey in Mexico just looking for a building to host their operation. So I received a call from our webpage. They got my number, they called me, and they say, hey, we are looking for a building, an industrial building, so we can run our factory in Mexico. and we saw the opportunity to support them in a wide range of services. So what we did is to help them find several options, not only our buildings, but buildings of all of their developers. This is very important because we can support them with all the options in the market.
In the region.
In
right,
the
of
region,
course,
right?
yeah.
So we saw a wide range of buildings, but at the end, they find out that our building was the quality that they require, the kind of industrial park that they require.
They were looking for, right?
Exactly. Compare to other options, it was the best option that they were finding at that moment.
Wow.
So finally, they choose our building to host their operations here in Mexico, and now it has 5 or 6 years that we have been supporting them with our administrative services.
As well. Wow.
Yes,
So
yes.
both services you're offering to them.
Yeah,
to the
they
company.
find out about American industries because of the building, but at the end they find that our services was a very good option to start smoothly an operation in Mexico. And here we are.
Great.
Yes, it's one of our most dearest clients here in Guadalajara.
Great. Now, Guadalajara is well known for its strong industrial focus on IT, on the IT sector. But we know that Guadalajara has been home of several sectors. Which sectors have you worked with the most?
Well, I'll say that maybe the most will be electronics sector, automotive, and we have had clients, of course, in the aerospace industry and the medical devices industry as well.
Medical devices, right. In your opinion, which ones have shown the most activity in the recent years?
I think that the electronics focus on the different trends that the industry is requiring. For example, electrical vehicles, they require a lot of electronics. At the end, they are electronics vehicles because they have a lot of electronics and semiconductors inside. So I think that industry is the one that is growing the most, or seeing it most growth again here in Guadalajara. So electronics focus on automotive industry.
Great. So you must say then medical devices, electronic, and IT, of course.
IT, of course. Guadalajara is very well known for their IT industry. They have a lot of research and development centers. I don't know if you know that Continental has the second largest development center outside Germany here in Guadalajara, with more than 1,000 developers and engineers here. Same case, Bosch and Intel, for example, they have huge research and development centers here in Guadalajara.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's now transition to the advantages of the region that make it a strategic hub. Why do you think international companies choose Jalisco? What would you say is the advantage that they stand out?
Well, I'll say that mainly is because of the available labor. We have a highly specialized labor here in Jalisco. We graduate more than 10,000 engineers of different areas every year. So you can find mechanical engineers, electronic engineers, process engineers. You can find any kind of people that you need with highly specialization and highly education here in Jalisco, which is very important. I mean, you need to support your operation, your manufacturing operation here. So you will have people that have experience with the SMT or PTH machinery. You will have people that know about plastic injection. You will have the people that support with the maintenance of those key equipments, and you have the whole ecosystem of people, companies, and support for your operation here
Very skilled people, workforce,
very
right?
highly skilled people
Very.
here in
Yeah.
Guadalajara.
You mentioned already once to me that you have this model of triple helix, right? Here in the region.
Yes,
Do you?
correct. That is something that I haven't seen in other regions. I mean, here the academia, the government, and the industry works really together to develop careers or educational programs that have what the industry needs. And the government helped to support all of this. So
that is great.
the three parties work together
academia as
to
well.
have a great ecosystem here in town. You can see that the main executives for all these kind of companies that I am mentioning, the contract manufacturers, the semiconductors and technology companies, the other manufacturing companies, the sellers of components, for example, all of them work together. We know them and we know each other in the industry. It's very nice when you get to a meeting with the government and you find other company people there, or you go to the associations or a meeting with the industry and you find the same people working for the state and working for
a complete
the
ecosystem,
industry.
as you mentioned.
It's
right?
a complete ecosystem, right?
And based on your experience with prospects that later become your clients, how do foreign executives perceive Guadalajara's infrastructure, the quality of life? What do they say about it?
Well, you have to keep in mind that we have one of the largest airports here in Mexico, which has been recently renewed with a second runway.
Great airport
Yes.
right now,
And it's the first
Nice.
one in cargo in terms of the value of the cargo, and the second one in terms of the amount of the cargo. So we have great infrastructure in terms of airports, in terms of highways. We are very well connected. We are really close to the Manzanillo port, which is the port of entry from Asia to Mexico. So we are really close to them. We are close to the Bajío region, which is one of the most developed in terms of automotive and aerospace industries. So they find out that they have everything that they need. Again, the labor, the connections that they need with the airport. It's really easy to travel to the United States, for example. You can go and come back in the same day to Dallas, Houston, LA, New York, Chicago. We have direct flights to all these cities. We have even a direct flight to Madrid and now Toronto. So it's very easy to live here. They find out that the quality of life here in Guadalajara is really high. In Jalisco, we have more than 50 golf courses, which is a good indicator. It can tell you the quality of life that we have here. We have a lot of activities, cultural events, concerts. So they find out that it's a great place to live with their families. So it's not only a great place for the industry, but it's a great place for the executives that might come as a head of these operations.
You mentioned to me once that it has a very expat community, right?
A big expat community, yes.
Here in Mexico,
one of the biggest here in Chapala is the biggest lake of Mexico, and there is a huge expat community, especially talking about Canadian and American people. So they have all the services that they need: health services, schools, entertainment, etc. So there's a reason why they come
They
here.
come here.
And something that is really important is that we have a great weather. We have very
Oh, yeah.
stable weather here in Guadalajara.
And I have to mention as well food.
Yes.
Oh my God. There are a lot of really nice and restaurants and delicious food. I must mention that. Okay. Well, now I would like to address a trending topic that it's on everyone's radar right now. What are your thoughts on current tariffs and trade policy, Marian?
Well, that's a very good question because, as you say, is a trending topic nowadays, right? I think that Mexico will be in a very good position no matter what, even though we have certain tariffs that might apply if you don't comply with the USMCA, or if you include steel or aluminum, for example, you will get some tariffs, but these tariffs will be at all moments lower than countries from Asia, for example, or even from Europe. Yeah. So having all the available labor that we have, having the proximity to the biggest market of the world, which is the US, Mexico will still be a great opportunity to come and manufacture here. I was talking 2 nights ago with a client. They actually manufacture these sofas, and he was saying, the CEO were talking to me, and he said that he was really concerned about the tariffs because more than 80% of his market is the United States. And the biggest plant that he has is in China. The second largest is in Vietnam. So they have huge tariffs now for those countries. So he was super happy that he has the Mexican operation. Right? Yeah. So he said, now my plant in Mexico will take more importance in my business. And he was really happy because of the productivity and the quality of the operation here in Mexico. So at the end, we will still be an option to manufacture or operate here in Mexico. I mean, we have everything. We have the infrastructure, we have the people, we have the quality and the productivity that the companies need. And we will have at all times, I'm sure, lower tariffs than most of the countries, of the main manufacturing countries.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And how do these measures impact companies looking to relocate operations? What would you say that will impact?
Yeah, I would say from the Mexico point of view, the impact will be positive because what we are talking about, right? The tariffs will be lower than in other countries. So the impact to other countries will be high. So their companies in China, for example, or with manufacturing plants in Malaysia or Vietnam or India even, they can come to Mexico and expand their operations here to serve the North American and Latin American market. So I think that from our point of view as Mexicans, it will be a positive impact at the end. Yeah. At the end, and of course, we are here to support all those companies to make this transition super smooth and super quick, which can be done through our shelter model at the end, right?
I totally agree. What opportunities do you see emerging in the coming years for Mexico and for Jalisco particularly?
Well, I see two main opportunities talking about Jalisco. And we mentioned those before. One is talking about medical devices. Let's keep in mind that the biggest generation now is getting 80s. And with this, I mean the baby boomers are getting 80 or 80 so. So they need a lot of medical support and medical services.
Of course.
With all the development in this industry, of course, there are a lot of medical devices that will be manufactured and will be demanded nowadays. So I think Jalisco is very well prepared with plastic injection operations, final assembly operations, electronic plants for PCBA manufacturing. So this is one of the biggest opportunities I see. And of course, the industry king, which is automotive industry, right now with the electronic or electric vehicles that requires a lot of electronics assemblies inside. So I see these as two big opportunities for Jalisco, in my opinion, right? These two areas.
Yeah, for sure. There will be a lot of opportunities arising in the new global scenario, for sure, right? Well, but for now, we're reaching to the end of this insightful conversation. But I would like to take the opportunity to ask you, what advice would you give to a company that is considering to setting up operations here in Mexico?
Well,
in this scenario, right?
Yes. I mean, in this scenario of the tariffs coming, you need an expert, right? You need an expert to help you define if your product can comply with the USMCA, for example, if you are going to the United States, or to comply with other free trade agreements. Just keep in mind that Mexico has more than 50 free trade agreements with 50 countries. 15 trade agreements, 50 countries, which is a lot. I mean, it's the main market in the country. So we are in the world. I'm sorry, we are the country with the largest number of free trade agreements. You need support so you can leverage your operation here in Mexico. You need support to merge yourself, your company culture, with the local culture here in Mexico, with all the regulations that we have, with all the fiscal requirements, customs requirements, environmental requirements. So my suggestion is go with the expert. I mean, don't try to do it by yourself. It will cost you more money and more time. So a company like American Industries can help you to minimize the risk, minimize the liabilities that you will have when manufacturing in Mexico. Keep in mind that we have services as complete as support the families that are coming here. So we help our clients to find the schools from the kids, all the way to find the right amount of power that they need. So my advice is be supported by someone that is expert in the country you are trying to go. That's someone that is client-oriented, service-oriented, and is willing to give you the best soft landing in Mexico. That will be my advice.
Yeah, and for sure, American Industries is the one,
of course,
who's offering that the whole package, right? With the Chaltech program, especially that customer service that you were mentioning, the human side that we take care with when expats are coming to our country. We know that they are coming from different countries, from different cultures, so we try to get them into the society with no problem, smoothly.
Exactly.
And that's what we do with this kind of expats coming to our country. So what? And I would like to close, Marian, asking you if you have anything else that you would like to add to our audience.
Well, I will say that we are in Mexico are open for the new investment. We are willing to work in new technologies, in new companies that come to the country. So the country is open, the government is open for new investments, and um, everything is set up for the companies to come here and have a great opportunity to reach all the markets that they are looking for, to reach the high quality standards that they have. So my comment is welcome to Mexico. We are here for everyone that is willing to come and experience this by themselves. So that would be my final comment.
Marianne, well, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing your experience with us and your vast knowledge, of course, with regarding the industry and your experience here in Guadalajara. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And well, thank you to our audience for joining us for this episode. Hearing directly from someone who has been in the field helping to launch manufacturing and distribution operations is the best way to understand why Mexico is the top option or choice for establishing, expanding your operations and this kind of business. So thank you all again. See you next time.